Welcome to an AFL Fantasy Team Update. It's George from Fantasy Take TV, and we'll discuss where the team's at for fantasy. Obviously, Supercoach came out with 40 trades, with the announcement yesterday. So fantasy tactics are going to be pretty important in Supercoach. So yeah, if you only play Supercoach or only play fantasy, might as well play both because the tactics are going to be pretty similar now, and hopefully we go alright this year. So all about value and points per dollar, I think. But also, like you look at the defense, probably paid a bit too much for D1 and D2, but not quite sure who else to pick. So I've got them there for now. So, but if the value pops up, we'll go that route. But yeah, I think we'll get into the defense. So, Dacos is interesting because he's 53% owned. I dare say it'd be 65-70 if not for the buy. He's priced at 109 basically, so I think he can do better than that, even with tags along the way. And I think he's probably the captain option early. Plays Sydney round 1, I think. I'm just trying to think who they play. They play GWS in round 0, so round 1 I think they play Sydney, so probably not the best matchup for Dacos going on last year, but still I just think he might have another level in him. So yeah, Dacos debate's an interesting one, but I think you'd be fine if you don't fade him with the buy. You got Sicily, maybe Amon cuts into him a little bit, but he just takes so many marks. And apparently Hardwick's moving forward, so maybe some more kick-ins are going to Sicily, but we'll see. So one to watch. And it'll also be nice, I think Sicily's role changed, I think about 2 months in last year, where he was playing like he played on Jeremy Cameron, lockdown, scored like 50 or something. But after that, they tried to free him up as much as possible. So I think they try and do that. I don't know if they play both Blank and Frost to free Sicily up, or I don't know exactly what they do. But regardless, I think they want to free him up where they can. So I've got him for now. I'm pretty sure he'll be around the mark, top 6, if not higher. And Tom Stewart has an injury game priced in when he slipped over. Saints matchup round 1 is pretty nice. So. And then the Dogs after that, probably the 2 best matchups for defenders. I know the Saints were number 1, but I think Dogs will be up there too. I think everyone's picking Hayden Young, or 31%, so most people are. Well, not most, but a lot of people are. Williams, and then Hoare is the kind of a rookie if he plays. I think he will. Sounds like they're trying McVie and Salem in different roles, but that's just training reports, so nothing concrete there, but we'll find out in the preseason. But apparently, yeah, Hoare's been good. And then defender rookies, I've got Kipkis and Reid, paid a bit, but if we get a 200k that looks good, then hopefully we can save a bit of cash there. But yeah, like pretty hard to pick defenders. Like Sheasel, what's his role going to be? Newman has to buy, but he could go nuts, like 120 last 5. Williams back, maybe that hurts him a little bit. Luke Ryan with Young moving up the field, he could be a sneaky one. 99, probably around his ceiling. Sinclair's got the Marvel run, so it might be an upgrade target, but regardless, pretty safe starting pick. So could be a decent pick there. So I prefer to pay up because when you look at this mid bracket, like I guess Nas could be good, Short could be good, but I had 3 soft tissue injuries last year. Houston could be good. Whitford as a buy. I think I just trust the top guys a little bit more, and I'm willing to pay a bit extra. So being more proven over a longer period of time. Moving to the midfield. So midfield is, I've just gone for value. I don't know if I've gone for too much value in everywhere to the point where, the less you pay, I guess the more risk you might take on, because the worst they did last season. So I got Andy as my M1. Obviously he had the slow start last year with the knee issue or the thigh issue, whatever it was. I think it was knee. And hopefully we'll see what the CBAs look like. He could be pushed to a wing, not fully, but he could rotate. Like his CBAs might drop 5-10% if they're trying to fit the other mids there, because I can imagine Young and Sarong, they're going to want in the thick of it, whereas Andy can rotate on a wing if they can. So something to note, but we'll see. I've got Butters. Apparently Butters wants to tackle more this year. Fun to watch. And it's interesting because last 5 average was 110 in fantasy, and his last 5 in Supercoach was 140. So we're kind of just hoping that the AFL Fantasy raw scores with more tackles go up, because yeah, pretty unsustainable to average if that's he can't average 140 the whole year. It's like impossible, just about, unless you like Ablett or whatever. But yeah, hopefully we can get like 105, 110 from Butters. And yeah, good age bracket too. I've got Jack Steele, 13% owned. Not sure. I think there's an interview on Triple M about Steele in the Brownlow night, where he basically says he lost confidence in himself, and he got a bit of confidence back in the final where he had 38 touches. Also played through niggles the whole entire year. Knee, like Sloan fell on his knee, like broke his collarbone. What else did he have? Achilles issue he carried. Something else as well. So yeah, he went through it last year, so it can't get much worse. It's going to be hard to, like, he's 28, so I guess a little bit older, so a bit of wear and tear on old Jack Steele, but he still averaged like 98 is still good for like the amount of crap that happened to him last year. So he doesn't look like he slowed down. It looked like injuries and confidence got the better of him. So I think we'll see a bit of a bounce back, and he's got the high tackle count as well, which is good. So number one CBA man for the Saints as well. Always, like, the role's always going to be there, so no stress there. Amon's playing halfback again. I've gone over the numbers on this channel, so they look pretty good at halfback. That's where they wanted him to train at the end of last year. That's what Cade Simpson was saying, the defensive coach at Hawthorn. And he's training there, taking a few kick-ins too, so I'll keep an eye on that. And then the next two, a bit of a throwback to Crouch is 28, Wines is 29. It's a bit older, but still not on the wrong side of 30 just yet. But I think we'll see Matt Crouch come back. Apparently preseason's been pretty flawless, looking really good. Maybe there's a few others that can take some mid-time, like Rochelle and Pedler and whatnot, but we'll see what happens. So I just think I'm pretty confident that we'll see a bounce back from Crouch, and he averaged 98 last year without the sub score, and I think he can do that again. And then Ollie Wines basically played a bit too much wing last year. Apparently the inside time's going to go up, and he also had a really rough preseason. I forget the injury, but something happened to him. I can't remember, but yeah, I remember going to a Port training just to watch, and he was on the side doing laps the whole time, and yeah, didn't have a great preseason. Next is Sanders and McKercher, as my nose is a bit stuffy at the moment, but Sanders, McKercher, I think you just lock him in, just switch him around for price, and then Sharp might be fieldable. Grundy, Cherry, Gorn the value, might go Gorn, see how we go. So yeah, Gorn's number's pretty nuts, but yeah, Cherry's got no threat to that number one Ruck's spot, you would think now. Hopefully, provided he performs. And then the forward line is like McRae's sort of iffy pick, but there's like not much to pick from. Like all the roles are bad, a lot of the top guys. So like, where's Daniel play? What does he do? Like this, yeah, he had like a really good stretch and then a really terrible stretch. You don't know what you're gonna get, so skip him. Flanders, I'm confident in, and then it's just rookies, and I think Darcy Wilson definitely plays by the sound of it. I'm hopeful Sean Manor plays. We'll know Reed plays, and then like Finn McRae's been getting big raps, and Lazaro is probably the least likely to play, but he can score, so a bit congested at that North Melbourne midfield. So yeah, looking at the forwards, like I don't know who to pick. Like I can't really confidently pick anyone here. There's Jackson if Darcy's out. Adams is pretty high owned, 27. Don't know if I love it. Don't love the durability risk, to be honest, there. But apparently, like Adams, they're really impressed with his preseason. So, is he in the starting centre bounce rotation? I think so, but we'll see. We'll see. That's the team. See how we go. So, yeah, I guess I could consider Adams if he looks really good in preseason, but as the buy as well, which makes it kind of hard. So, yeah, the only buy players I have, I guess Dacos. Williams is so cheap, so I barely can count him. Dacos, Grundy, Flanders. The other mids I don't mind, Sam Walsh, Petrarca as well, but they have the buy, so I think Petrarca's numbers go up with no Oliver, depending on how long Oliver's out for. So that's my team update. Also like Tom Green, I think we'd all love to pick Green, and I dare say he'd be in a lot more teams if not for the buy, so yeah. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.